in the 1980s, the TV series Inspector Gadget told of the adventures of a bionic detective who blundered from one disaster to another, whilst his niece Penny and her dog Brain solved the cases. Fast forward a bit, and John Brown is a security guard who dreams of becoming a police officer. He saves a group of kids from a runaway bus. Meanwhile, scientists are designing robotics. Either that or they're planning to cheat in a football match. Skolex, an evil tycoon, decides to break into the laboratory one night. It all goes wrong. John Brown suffers serious injuries, whilst Skolex loses a hand. Fortunately, Brown is rebuilt as a bionic detective. And quite honestly, Matthew Broderick is completely miscast. Inspector Gadget really needed a tall, thin-faced actor who could play eccentrics. Hugh Laurie, for example. In the cartoons, Gadget, despite his blundering nature, always remained cool-headed and in control. Broderick just comes across as a nerdy fanboy who is trying to be like his hero, Inspector Gadget. He is of course aided by his niece Penny, just in case you're wondering who the bloody hell this is supposed to be, and he is up against Skolex, who has rebranded himself Dr. Claw. In the cartoons, Dr. Claw was just a metal hand and a sinister voice. He was the unseen face of the man behind the scenes manipulating the strings. In this movie, he's just some bloke in a white shirt who spends his time chewing the scenery. The only character in this who actually resembles his cartoon counterpart is Dabney Coleman as Chief Quimby. Although he never appears in unexpected places, he never inadvertently gets blown up by a self-destructing piece of paper. There's also Gadget's talking car, which is in your face and grates on the nerves from the word go, and it just seems to be an excuse for a lot of duff one-liners. This movie is not so much self-aware as smelling its own farts. If you hadn't guessed by now, this film is only loosely connected to the cartoon series. It soon runs out of things to say or do, and it descends into one disjointed special effects set piece after another, an unconvincing romance subplot. It resorts to the tired old cliche they usually reserve for sequels in these kinds of films, the evil version of the main character, who stomps about gurning like there's no tomorrow. And it does what the cartoon series never did. It talks down to the audience and treats children as though they're stupid. The film seems to be absolutely filled with people gurning, pulling funny faces, carrying on as though they're in pantomime, going completely over the top, and then there's the stupid slapstick scenes. Like, for example, Gadget's girlfriend being covered in toothpaste.
Who believes such fun was doing lots of good as well?
Then there's the New Age guru type, who has his private parts squeezed by Gadget's extending hand, and is taken away talking in a silly, high-pitched voice. Cos, what's the first thing that comes to mind when you hear the name Inspector Gadget? Ah yes, of course. It's some quasi-religious type having his bollocks squashed. This movie is a missed opportunity and a cynical cash grab, and it utterly fails to capture the spirit of the cartoon. And perhaps it's evidence to suggest that some inhabitants of the cartoon universe just need to stay there. The best bits in the movie by far are in the closing credits. Brain the dog finally speaks, and see how many famous movie villains you can spot in the Minions recovery group.
Bad to the bone.